Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about what's going on in boys and girls basketball this week. Carlos Arias here with Steve Fryer. And what's going on this week, Carlos, is a Nike Extravaganza. It happens every year about this time of year, the first weekend in February. Got some great girls games and a good boys game on Friday, February 3. And then on Saturday, February 4th, a slew of excellent boys basketball games. Let's first talk about Friday's schedule with you, Carlos, because we got the number 2 and number 1 teams in the state playing each other. Windward of L.A. against Mater Dei. Tell us about it. Break it down.
Oh, my gosh, man. This is going to – I feel like Don King right now because when you say extravaganza, this is what we're going to get, man. Friday night, number 1, Windward of L.A. playing number 2, Mater Dei. They're both nationally ranked. Windward has Imani Stafford, who is this 6'7" super stud that's already signed with Texas. Right. They also have Kristen Simon, a 6'1" sophomore, and Courtney Jaco. This is a loaded team, yeah, very loaded. And then you got Mater Dei. They come back at you with Jordan Adams, who's going to USC, Naira Fields going to UCLA, Alexis Williamson going to Washington State. And Mater Dei's finally healthy. At the early part of the season, when they were playing that crazy schedule, going out of state, they were having injuries left and right. And guess what? The record's 20-2. So, you know, this is going to be out of control. And by the way, Windward went up to the Nike Tournament of Champions in Arizona, won that thing, blew everybody's mind over there. They were unranked in the nation going into that tournament. They come out and they're like top 3 or something, you know. So, you know, they're on a roll right now. There's 2 teams that are peaking right at the end of the season, getting ready for playoffs. So I mean, it's gonna be a slugfest.
Carlos Arias caught up with Coach Kevin Kiernan, a couple of his Mater Dei players, Jordan Adams and Naira Fields.
What do you do with a girl like Imani, 6'7"? I mean, I was saying, you know, the only person you can match up with her is probably on the boys' team. What do you do with her?
You actually add another person on your shoulders, I think. That's about it. You know, we're just going to have to come with a really good, legit game plan and figure out how we're going to try and stop her.
It's going to be a big game. Like, every game's a big game to us, but I think by far this is one of the biggest games, almost like a state game. So I'm really pumped for that. They have 2 good players, Monty Stratford and Jordan Canada. So I'm really looking forward to playing against them and, like, just playing against the best, like, to show ourselves and prove ourselves that we are truly the number 1 team.
You know, we know what's coming. They're really good. They got a 6'7" girl. You know, we're kind of small this year, so it's going to be a big challenge for us.
7:30 p.m. on Friday night. Bosco, St. John Bosco coming to play Mater Dei. It's a Trinity League game. Last week, Mater Dei beat Bosco by 15. At Bosco's gym, Kate Reinhardt went off 20-some-odd points, 6 3-pointers, having a player of the year sort of season, Kate Reinhardt of Mater Dei. So let's talk a little bit about the Saturday games, Carlos.
Yeah,
It's some
tell
good.
Me about this. I heard we got the number 1 recruit in the nation coming down here.
Shabazz Muhammad of Bishop Gorman. If you saw him play maybe at the Hoop Hall Classic a couple weeks ago, the guy's amazing. I think he has a very LeBron James-like game. Having seen LeBron play high school basketball, Carlos, he's very LeBron-like in terms of being a high school guy. Bishop Gorman, they play Whitney Young from Chicago. Whitney Young, pretty good team. That's the school that Michael Jordan sent his son to play basketball at. Michael Jordan sends your kid to a school, probably a pretty good basketball school, Carlos.
Yeah, and Whitney Young also a very talented girls team, too. Mater Dei has played them in the past, so you know that's one of those schools that, you know, always produces athletes.
Yeah, right on. And some more good pieces of that Saturday show. Verne Lutheran with Grant Jarrett, 6'10" guy, considered by a lot of people to be the best player in the state of California, going to Arizona. They're playing Mater Dei on Saturday as well. That's a 7:30 game.
Me and Jarrett go way back. I used to play with him back in, I don't know, AAU growing up. And, yeah, he's a tough player, but I like to think it's never really who we play. It's all about the team and how we perform and how we stick to our game plan and basically how we execute.
He's probably the premier post player and one of the top premier post players in the country, and it'll be a real challenge because we're a little bit undersized. So we're going to have to use a real team effort to stop him.
Definitely going to have to play really good defense on Grant Jarrett, great player. He's one of the greatest players in California right now, and definitely one of the best in the nation, so we're going to have to do a good job on him. And then just share the ball as a team and get out in the open and run, do what we do best.
And then before that, around 6 o'clock, we have Orange Lutheran against Long Beach Poly. Orange Lutheran, Gabe York is back. scoring a ton of points. Also an Arizona signee.
Is this going to be like a Pac-12 showcase here? We got all these future Pac-12 guys all over the place?
Yeah. And we ain't done yet because we got them playing Long Beach Paul. He's number 2 in the state behind Mater Dei. Early in the day, we've got a killer game at 11:40. 2 top 10 county teams playing each other. Ocean View with big Connor Clifford there, 7-foot guy at center, against Mission Viejo, the number 3 team in Orange County. So that should be a great game. So we've got some great games lined up here. The Nike Extravaganza, the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state. You know, national ranked teams all over in the boys' side and the girls' side of things at the Nike Extravaganza. We're going to have a ton of coverage of the Nike Extravaganza and, of course, everything else happening in girls and boys basketball.
We're just camping out here, right? We're right where the stands are going to be on Friday and Saturday, man.
Exactly. We're going to be loading up on chicken and hot dogs and whatever else they'll feed us, Carlos, here at the Nike Extravaganza at Mater Dei with OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.